I'm gonna need them because I ain't put them lenses in this morning. Great morning, y'all. Great morning, great morning, great morning, great people. How are y'all doing this morning? I hope you're having a fantastic morning. Happy Friday. Okay, happy Friday. Welcome to A Word in the Wilderness. Today is just the spirituality, right? We ain't because we're not doing Bible study, not doing Bible clarity today. Y'all, we gonna have to try. I'm gonna have to try to make it work. I know it be looking cray is, but God got to be able to see, okay? I hope y'all are doing well and that today is starting out fantastic for you. Why? Because y'all gonna have stuff over there. What, going down the street? And y'all should have parked me the other way, child. If I was gonna have to look at the people in them on the streets. Anyway, I'm back. I hope y'all are doing well. I hope you're having a fantastic Friday. Um, Child, look, that's so crazy because then when I'm close up on the screen, well, anyway, I'm gonna put them on. I'm gonna have to when I put my when I start doing the reading. Anyway, welcome to Friday, y'all. We finished, y'all. We finished the book of Leviticus yesterday. OMG, we finished the book of Leviticus. So I'll be doing some research and some studying over the weekend. So because as we're gonna start Numbers, we are starting the book of Numbers on Monday. I'm gonna tell you right now, Numbers is looking a little like Leviticus, Nim, okay? But we gonna push through it because that's our commitment. We said we are going to read the Bible right now, 2 chapters at a time. So we gonna push through Numbers, but I'm just putting it out there now. Lord, help us, Father, who are in heaven, because we gonna need it, okay? Because we gonna skip we gonna skip it. I'm not gonna be reading out. I'm not doing all these mathematicals. I'm not reading all that. I'm telling you right now. So just be prepared. But I ain't gonna go. I don't know all of it yet. Good morning, Jamila Nim. Good morning, Honey Wunny. Y'all like the live, share the love when you walk, when you come in. Like the live, share the love when you watch this. Like the live, share the love. Okay, so before we get into the message for today, because today is just a message, we're not doing Bible clarity. Y'all, number one, make sure that you get your digital downloads or your physical copy of the Message Clarity Tarot and Oracle cards available in my Etsy shop. Everything you need to know is in the description box. The link is in the description box. You can get a physical copy or you can get a digital copy. Okay, so make sure you get those and get your clarity to go. Okay, I have them on a widget in my phone, and so every time, I think it changes it like every 2 minutes, y'all. So like every 2 minutes, I get a different note, a different card, and you at any point you can of course click on. Now that's for Apple people, them iPhone. I don't Samsung people, them. I don't know how y'all stuff work, but for Apple, I know that you can put them as a widget on your phone and take your clarity to go. So make sure you get your physical copy or your digital download of the Message Clarity Tarot and Oracle cards. Make sure you get your face into place, y'all. Y'all know we got TU starting on May the 5th. Cinco de Mayo, wear your sombrero. Nim, okay, wear your sombrero, okay. 5-5, we are having our first Teach Me How to Tarot Masterclass, so make sure you have your face into place, okay. Good morning, Mona. Good morning, dearest one. So make sure you sign up today for TU, the Teach Me How to Tarot Masterclass is available on Etsy. It also includes, y'all, not only the physical copy, but also the digital copy of the Message Clarity Tarot Deck. So make sure you order today. Well, you get the digital copy immediately when I send you out the welcome email, and then of course I'll order your physical copy. Okay, so make sure you get your face into place for TU 5-5. Okay, and then of course the time is still TBD. So make sure you do that. What else? Make sure you subscribe to me on Instagram and Facebook because I do the daily horoscopes. So if you're getting a message, I've already put some of them out today. I think have 8. Yeah, because I do them like 4 at a time. So make sure you subscribe to my Facebook as well as my Instagram at toshaegermaine. Those links are somewhere. Child, I don't know where them links. I don't even know where they show up. I don't have my social media handles. They all the same on everything. It's at Touche Germaine. Okay, well, I'm gonna add it to the little thing anyway. I'm back. What else, y'all? What other community? That's community that we have. We're starting Numbers on Monday. That's it. That's all I got. Y'all like the live, share the love. Oh, okay. So yeah, so the title message. Thank you, dearest one. So the title we had today, Spirit Name was talking to me about OMG. Uno momento. Child, I was trying to take my throat chakra out. Surrender to succeed. Okay, surrender to succeed. Y'all, that was so weird. Hold on, let me get my spirituals in order. Weird. Okay, I'm back. So surrender to succeed, y'all. Surrender to succeed. So here's the thing. Can I tell y'all what happened? I can't make this up. It's my fault. Okay, it is. It is my fault. It's my fault. Let me told you. So y'all remember last month. I can't make this up. So y'all remember last month, I told y'all, I said, but there's a point to this message. Thank you. Let me put these on. Come on, 888. I'm going to receive some abundance. I'm just going to pray for it. It's coming. I know it's coming. Let me tell y'all. Y'all remember last month, I was like, y'all ain't going to believe what happened. And so, sure enough, I said, I went to go get me some groceries. I went to go make groceries. And I saw the balance on my little resources, and the balance was gone. Okay. All the little resources was gone. And so somebody had stole the little resources, my little food stamps, right? They stole my food stamps. I said, okay. So come on, wellness is a journey, and it is. That's why they wanted me to put these spectacles on, ain't it? And it is, because I got to be looking at stuff. So I said, well, Lord, bless the little people them. Okay. Bless the little people them who took them. May they be blessed abundantly and receive everything, all the nourishment, double it. Lord, I say double it. So that they can receive it. Now, the Lord said, don't worry about calling, but he didn't tell me not to call for never. He told me not to call right then and report the little stamp sheet stolen. And so then I didn't think nothing else about it until when? Yesterday. Why? I got out, so we go live, and I was like, okay, so surely I have, you know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, today is the day that I'm supposed to get the little yamps or whatever. Y'all. Good morning, Christina. Good morning. Y'all. The people them was ready at 12 o'clock and 1 second. When I tell you they didn't took them all, I was like, so I laughed about it, right? I say, okay, one, Lord, Lord. I say, them little people them was probably sitting up there like, I know this old fool. I was finna cuss because it's only one word. I know that I was like, I said, I feel like the little people them was having this conversation with themselves because I was having this conversation with myself. And I feel like the little people them was like, I know this old fool ain't left these ain't called and got this car disconnected. Now, mind y'all, I ain't touched the car. I ain't looked. I ain't checked no balance, not nothing. And so I'm in my head yesterday, I started laughing and I say, they probably was like, I know she ain't no El Fulio and she ain't been disconnected this car. And in my head, I'm like, I know they not foolish enough to do this again, baby. When I tell you them folks was ready at 12:00.01, they was ready. So sure enough, of course, so now they done wiped them all out. I say, well, Lord, this got to be ultimate surrender. Now, mind you, I was like, okay, Lord. I was like, you ain't got to tell me no more that time is over with. We're not dependent on anything but the Lord. You are my source. You are my resource. You are everything that I need. Needless to say, y'all, I did. I called yesterday and reported it and told it, and I said, well, Lord bless them. They might got some little children that was hungry or something that needed some nourishment and some sustenance. So I say, well, Lord, be a blessing to them. I hope they were a blessing to them because, baby, they was ready and was. I don't know what grocery store they was at, child. They was ready at 12 a.m. and 1 second, baby. I said, I ain't never seen nothing like it. Needless to say, Again, it's a testament to surrender, because I'm just like, okay, Lord, like, you ain't got to tell me no more to surrender. I'm okay. And this the thing, y'all. On the flip, come on, wizard. On the flip side of that, right? Message. Thank you, dearest one, for liking the reel. You do like the thing about it is even though I'm laughing about it, right? It's my own testimony of surrender as well. Because remember, I told y'all a month ago, I was like, man, I ain't got nothing. You know what I'm saying? If that's the only resource I have. And so if you steal from me, you got to need it. And I hold fast to that. And some people just got, some people just steal, right? And so, but I also was so grateful yesterday, y'all, even when that happened, even in the face of it looking like OMG. And you know why? It's because the Lord, I was forced to surrender then, right? Because, and it happened, everything happened all at the same time last month, y'all. Whereas when it had, and I didn't get mad this time, but it also speaks to how good God is, because God provided for me, y'all. And no, I'm not talking about no stupid, extravagant amounts of money. But when we talk about surrender and the Lord really is your source, y'all, he provided for me. And I'm here to be able to tell y'all now. Padre God, like, well, it's your fault because you shouldn't have forgot to call and report it. But I did. I didn't think anything else about it. But now that it's happened again, it's like, he's like, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And now all of it's taken care of. But in all of that, what the enemy meant for bad, God meant for good, because it forced me to surrender. And it also, like, I couldn't do anything but rely on the Lord. The same thing that I'm having to do now. I can't do anything but rely on the Lord to be who he said he's going to be, to show up and provide the way he said that he would. Because, and even though it's my mistake, and I was like, forgive me, I was like, my bad, daddy. Like, my bad, but it speaks to him, because he provided, y'all. When I tell y'all, some of you, if you were a blessing to me in any way, you were a part of how the Lord blessed me in order to make it for that month. And so this is what we talk about, like with surrender. It's just like, well, I don't know, Dad, I ain't got no answers, I don't know. But whatever way you've supported, whether it's showing up on these lives, whether you've been a blessing and sown a seed into me, it's like you're doing the Lord's work just by doing that. So y'all, I just laughed and I just was like, okay, Lord, so you clearly that time of my life is over. Because the other thing is like, I don't have a card now. So even if they were to give them back, which they will, I'm not in San Diego. So, and I'm not planning on going there, because I asked the Lord, I was like, well, Daddy, do I need to go to San Diego? He was like, no, don't worry about it. So I don't know, y'all. So it just is what it is. But anyway, all of that to say, y'all, God really does provide. Okay. He really does provide. So please believe that. Please believe that. All into it. Let's get to it. Okay. Sometimes we don't understand surrender, but then the Lord will force you to surrender, and you just be like, well, Daddy, you gonna have to do it, because I can't do it. I don't have any answers. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to think. I don't know. Okay. So that's me. I just be like, now what this little card doing in here? Like, I just be like, okay, Lord, I don't know what to do. Look, patience in the deck. Being patient, we'll keep it, since it was showed up in the wrong deck. Anyway, let's get the message, y'all. Let's see what the word is for today. Y'all like the live, share the love. Tapping in with spirit guides, ancestors, angels, and ascended masters of the highest and purest light vibration and energy. Let's see what the word is. What y'all want to talk? Y'all gonna have a lot to say today, huh? Because ain't no Bible study. No, we ain't mad, because y'all be turned up, and the new moon coming up. Y'all don't show up too bad. It's all about new beginnings that's coming in. Surrender to succeed. New beginnings that are coming in. Blessings that are coming in. Abundance that's coming in. And I'm not going to stop talking about positive things that we have coming in. Why? Because I want positive things to come in. Like, I want new beginnings. I want a fresh start. I want the blessings the Lord has for me. I want the abundance, the inheritance that he said that he promised. So no, I ain't going to stop talking about it. All I do it. Y'all ready? Let's pray. Father God, give me the strength, the wisdom, and the courage to do the things you put me here to do in a way that pleases you and serves the people you put me here to serve. Archangel Michael, bless, protect, and shield me, my family, my children, my community, and their families from all negativity, negative energy, low vibrational energy, sent intentionally or unintentionally from those known and unknown. Archangel Gabriel, remove me and allow me to be a clear and open channel and messenger of love, light, and healing energy for all who need to receive it today. Archangel Uriel, put me in the divine flow and in divine alignment with truth, clarity, wisdom, guidance, insight, knowledge, and understanding from the Most High God. Archangel Raphael, open our hearts, our eyes, our ears, and our minds to the truth, clarity, wisdom, and guidance of our Father God who art in heaven. May I only speak the words to God's people that elevate, empower, uplift, and encourage them every day and in every way. And in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Oh, let's do it. Okay. Oh, let's do it. Let's see what the message is for today. We going with the flow because we didn't have Bible study. So, oh, let's do it. We clearly gonna have to be patient about something, child. I think patience is like our first, middle, and last name. I think all of us then turned our credentials, our government credentials. Our name is patience. Patience, patience, patience. That's the first, middle, last. I'm just saying, Daddy, we love you, Daddy, but y'all, we up here in God's waiting room, waiting on these blessings and abundance. We patient though, because we know that they're coming. What we got? Let's see what's going on for today. What do we need to know for the weekend? Because we'll be back. Oh, y'all, don't forget. I'm doing a trial run this weekend. So y'all, for Sunday spirituality, I am doing a trial run, and I will be going live on Instagram only. Okay, on Instagram only. I forgot. I've been supposed to told y'all that all week, but I didn't forgot. So make sure that you follow me on Instagram. I'll be doing Sunday spirituality on Instagram only. So make sure you tap in for that this weekend. I got to start putting in some live time over there. So since I'm doing Sunday spirituality, which is 7 cards, 7 days, I'm going to be doing that on Instagram. So make sure you give me a follow over there. Okay. All to do it. Here we go. Embrace the not number 26. Embrace the in between. The flamingo spirit is the first card to come out. Well, we received that. Embrace the in between. Okay, so some of us may be like the patience. Look, can we make it up? Patience that in this card don't go in this deck that I'm using, right? So it's like as we're waiting, some of us are in between. We're in transition. We're waiting on things to change. We're waiting on things to come in. So it's like embracing this time and using the time wisely, right? That's always so important, so that we're not wasting time, not being idle. One of the things the Lord and I've been talking about a lot is like, okay, just making sure that I'm doing everything that's necessary. Do what you can do, child. Do what you can do in the time as you're waiting on things on the next step. As you're waiting, like don't just sit and be twiddling your thumbs, and you know what I'm saying, like don't do that. Like make sure that you're using your time wisely as we are waiting on things to manifest, unfold, take place, whatever the case is. Okay. And of course the in between is also, they just said, what does that mean? The luminal space. They just said luminal space. So I don't know. That may be like your like you being tapped in, using your gifts, things like that as well. What do we have? Come on, take the lead with the stag spirit that is coming in. Y'all know antlers are like the stags, like elks, things like that. Their antlers are linked to connection as well. The in between, like their antlers, is about, and this is also a power animal as well. Mm-hmm. Some of y'all, child, the Lord may be waiting on you to step up and take the lead and really step into the role and the responsibilities that he knows that he's destined you for. I don't know, child. Why is that giving Gemini energy? I know there's Virgo over there, but message? What I said? Some of y'all, yeah, that's part of your transition. Like you're literally stepping out of one thing and stepping into a new season, a new cycle, a new beginning, whatever this transition is for you. We all in that process, y'all, moving from one cycle to another. And that was one of the messages that the Lord, and oh, come on, spirit. That's like they said spiritual transition. Like, spiritual maturity, right? So growing in your gifts, growing in your understanding. Look, I'm growing in wisdom. The owl spirit and the hawk spirit showed up together. So it's like growing. And then the dolphin is up under that. Child, listen. So you can see clearly now. So this is spiritual maturity, growing in your gifts, growing in your connection with the Lord. We just talked about the stag spirit as well, with your angels, really understanding, like they just said, receiving the transmissions. Some of y'all, they just said star seed. So maybe it's something like star seed energy may be important on this for you as well. Number 43, seeing very clearly the owls may be significant for you, hawks as well. Some of you, now that it's almost like spending more time being tapped in. Maybe your prayer life has changed, your meditation time has changed. They just said yoga for some of y'all. I don't know. I don't do yoga. I don't know nothing about it. Okay. But it feels like for some of you, whatever, there may have been a change. Something about you spending more time. It's like allowing yourself time to receive messages, to really connect. I don't know. They just said for some of you, like your connection may be increased in water, in the shower, like in the tub, next to bodies of water as well. Because water, it's like it transmits. So some of you may be very like have an affinity, they said, for water. And then the dolphin spirit coming in as well. Y'all know that's my spirit animal. So I receive it. Number 20, judgment energy, this and that are true. And then the hawk spirit says, let spirit be your guide. Telling y'all, I felt that on this owl spirit, actually, number 32. So it's like taking the lead and you're letting spirit lead. You're being led by the spirit. Is that a scripture? Freedom is yours at the bottom of the deck. The spider spirit. Make your dreams real. The canary spirit. I saw a canary the other day. What else? Child, this finna be good. I can tell. Okay. Shooting star. Yep. It's like when you're that's a song, ain't it? I ain't walking in the spirit. I'm walking in the spirit. I ain't walking in the flesh. I don't know. That's just what they said. Anyway, you're allowing yourself to be guided with this dolphin that's showing up. Like you're letting spirit them lead you and take you in the direction that you're meant to be, that you're meant to go. And it's surrender, y'all. It's what we've been talking about. And again, it's one of the easiest things and hardest things to do at the same time. Look, I look down and then you have the yes card right there. Thank y'all for the confirmation. And up under that, you have the mother lode. So you're being divinely guided into inheritance, jackpot, a win. This doesn't have to be financial because again, success is subjective. So it's whatever you feel like is whatever you're working towards, whatever you're praying about. But I will tell you, and I just got done before I came on here and I was chopping it up with Padre Guy and I was praying and I was like, Lord, thank you for allowing me to come on here and really be a demonstration of surrender, because it's not easy, y'all. But when you don't have, because some of us, we are in a position where you don't have anyone but the Lord to depend on. And that's sometimes he will force us into that position. And when you finally just be like, I give up. Like I ain't got no answers. I don't know what to do. And you just be like, but Lord, I trust you. I trust you. I have to trust you. I've told y'all before that I really don't have anything but my faith in the Lord to keep me going. Right. And then, so yes, my faith in the Lord then gives me faith in myself and belief in myself. And it strengthens me because as I believe in him, he gives me what I need in order to believe in me, in order to keep moving towards your dreams, your goals, whatever your success is, right? So some of you, you're getting ready to receive a yes. And it's simply because of surrender. Like your surrender is what's bringing in the prosperity. Look, success is on this card, this mother lode card. Virgo season, just because it's coming up again, maybe importantness for some of y'all. I don't know. You may have Virgo in your chart. Money maker, sudden wealth, easy street. I tell y'all, it's so much easier over here on Padre God Street. It's so much easier being on this street. It's not gonna be completely free of its challenges because life is life, and we're gonna go through what we're gonna go through. But when we say the Lord is gonna provide what you need, He gonna provide what you need, and it may not. And sometimes we'll refuse it because it doesn't show up the way that we expect it to. But baby, you better take them blessings because somebody finna get ready to receive something. Like whatever you're doing, however, because you're letting the Lord lead and guide you, because He, like, you really listening to what what they're saying. Look at the rainbow, y'all. Y'all know I always have to take this card. Crazy thing is, I saw some rainbow. I saw a double rainbow yesterday, y'all. It amazes me. Yesterday, just out of nowhere, some rain snuck up, and I just so happened to be sitting directly in front of this rainbow, y'all. I looked up, and all of a sudden it was just a rainbow, and I was like, and so it was, I actually was able to see the whole thing. I posted the videos on Facebook. And so I had literally, cannot make this up, y'all. I had literally just got done saying, like, Daddy, I need a sign to let me know, like, I'm still in, like, still in alignment in the place where I'm at. Not doing what I'm doing, but in the place where I'm at, because I started to get a little antsy, and I was like, well, Lord, what is the, what is it that you're trying to show me or tell me? And so I just, after that, I asked and I waited, and then a rainbow literally showed up. And people can think what they want to think, but rainbows are not, unless you, it's like, you don't always, just because it's raining don't mean you're going to be in the place and see a rainbow when it happens. Like, you really got to be positioned just a certain way. So people, you think what you want to think, but I know when the Lord is talking to me, and it's never a time when I've asked Him that He hasn't shown up and confirmed for me something, like giving me an answer, a yes, right? Giving me a yes, giving me a no, whatever it is that you need. Like, so some of you, that's why you're getting, like, you're receiving the messages, the in between, like you're really being guided, and you're trusting yourself to be guided wherever your spirit name is leading you. Wish granted, serendipity, blessings, patience pays off. Telling y'all, it's on this card. So somebody's patience is getting ready to pay off in a big way with the mother load that's happening here. And you may not see this coming, but it's all about, we talked about yesterday, baby steps, right? Taking a step at a time. So whatever step you've already taken, it feels like your patience is getting ready to take off. And so it's all about perspective as well, y'all. How are you looking at what the Lord is bringing in? And I feel like we're going to be kind of talking about this, and when we get into numbers as well, because numbers is like, the Lord is literally, they're going back into the wilderness. I can just tell y'all that, like, going back into the wilderness. But they're gonna be complaining. It with numbers. And unless you do the research on this, which of course y'all know I'm actually doing, because I want to know what we're talking about, because numbers is one of those books that if you just read it at surface level, or you don't understand what you're doing, you're not gonna get it. But so it has to be read with the other books, and it also has to, it mirrors the book of Exodus. Exodus was them going into the wilderness to go to Mount Sinai, and Numbers is them leaving Mount Sinai and going back into the wilderness. So what I can tell you from what I know already, it's a series of tests that's coming up again. So it's like us being tested in the wilderness again. The different tests that we have to, like, are you going to use your money wisely? Are you going to surrender and trust in the Lord that He going to do what He said He's going to do? I was like, I ain't going to let, well, Daddy, I mean, listen, I told the Lord the other day, I said, child, I don't even have time. I don't even know what the test is. I just be praying I pass it by just trying to do the right thing. So I feel like if we just do the right things, we'll be successful either way. Prosperity, perfect timing, manifesting wealth. Somebody finna get their pot at the end of the rainbow, or either you know exactly what you need to do in order to get it. What else? What else is it? Oh, let's do it. We have the old car that's coming in. Do you have a fast car? Exhaustion, bone tired, nostalgia, back in time, old habits die hard. Ain't that the truth? Look, something is long overdue. Tired because we be tired, exhaustion, be tired of waiting. And this is clarifying the patience card, but it feels like the wait is not, you're not gonna have to wait much longer. Pisces energy. Was that just the Phoenix rising I saw? We had that card yesterday. When you're tired, rest. Charlotte, ain't nobody trying to go back to where we used to be, who we used to be, or what we used to be doing. Ain't nothing back there. That, like, child, that road behind us, that's filled with weariness. That's filled with exhaustion. That's filled with us not, like, I don't know, child. I was so tired back in the day. I ain't lying. Like, and some of y'all might feel really tired, exhausted from what? Overworking or trying to figure it out. That's why the Lord's asking you to surrender, because you're trying to figure out a solution and he's trying to give it to you, but we just got to be receptive to it. What else? Child, I know for sure I don't have no answers. We have the gavel that's coming in. I don't got none. Conviction, decisions made, pay attention, offer accepted. Somebody got a contract. Some of y'all, this could be legal. Lord, I hope not. Serious situation, important decision, assertion, court order, finished. Sagittarius energy. Somebody's blessings are long overdue. And for somebody, it feels like something is going to show up out of nowhere. Like, you're not, look, Wheel of Fortune, something is getting ready to show up unexpectedly. Ooh. Okay. So somebody's praying about, like, how like being tired, and I don't know what the situation is that is wearing you out. Some of you, the tiredness is coming from, okay, let's say, finish this thought first. So some of you, it's like you're tired, but there's a situation or there's something that needs to end, and you have the ability to put an end to it or a stop to it. But if you choose not to do that, then it's going to keep depleting you, and so you have to make that decision in order to end something, in order to stop that weariness, because it's just a situation. It feels kind of round and round. Maybe this could be a thought process. I don't know. It could be a pattern or something that you keep worrying about and putting yourself, but it's like, it's what's causing the weariness is because I don't know if you're over, like, replaying something over and over, or just thinking a lot about it. But it's kind of like, just don't, right? If there's nothing you can do about it, then sometimes that's when we have to just be like, okay, it ain't nothing I can do, child, and I'm tired. Okay. And then just let it go and just release it, and just to give it to the Lord. Be like, well, Daddy, I just got to give this to you because I don't know what else to do. Now, some of the others of you, this feels like being spiritually tired, but they're showing me that in two different ways. Remember, we talked about being in transition and a spiritual transition. So it's like you're tired, you're depleted because you're leveling up and moving, and like you're moving into, you didn't fall. You've been fighting, child. You've been on the battlefield fighting, right? Spiritual warfare, spiritual attacks, because you're stepping up, you're moving up spiritually, moving up in rank, whatever, however you want to phrase that. And so as a result of that, that's why you're feeling like more weariness, because you've been under attack, because you're getting ready to move. You're stepping up, you're leveling up, and so you've been getting attacked more. That's why. So some of you may be getting more synchronicities from your spirit NIMs, just to let you know, like, look, we still here. You can do this, you can fight this, you got this, right? So some of you may be receiving like a lot of numbers or a lot of signs or a lot of spirit spirit animals, especially butterflies, because of course that deals with transformation. But the dolphin coming out here is also spirit them letting me know, like, yeah, you're being guided because you're moving up, you're elevating. The owls as well, because that's my Aunt Nikki coming through. And literally they're on the other side of this patience card, on either side of the patience card. So it's like you have protection on all sides. There's a lot, it's like you're stepping up in power, so you're learning how to fight battles on a different level. You're not dealing with the little lower level attacks anymore. The higher you get, the higher new levels, new devils. So you're learning how to deal with, beat, and conquer bigger battles, because you're going to need to know that for where you're getting ready to go. So that's why you're feeling, for some of you, you're feeling a little weary and a little exhausted, a little tired. Y'all, man, just tripped me out. I looked up and all of a sudden it's a car parked behind me. Now, y'all, true story, right? I am, I can't make this up. I be tripping sometimes, right? Because I'm in the parking lot, okay? But there's nothing, there's a bush right here. You can't even park on this side of me. And every parking space available, I just be tripping. I don't know, it's just be weird because I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I be trying to park away from people. And it's like some people, it'll be a whole completely empty parking lot and they'll come park right next to you. It just be tripping me out. Anyway, I'm back. So we'll see what happens with that. With this, oh, come on, God. God's chessboard. Well, the energy ain't clear. Look, giving you a strategy. This is clarifying the let spirit be your guide card. Moves, counter moves, tactics. Thinking of a master plan. The thunderstorm, the black widow, the bodybuilder, the fish hook, child of mess. What else? Something's being taken off the board. Like what? What, like new players coming in? God is taking something off the board. It's like God made a move, right? And because whatever the move was that he made, it's like, when it's just like chess, when you make a move and you take it's like now something is being like, so I don't know, a play or something. I don't know if the end was trying to run a play. He thought, look at the little hummingbird, he thought was gonna work. It ain't gonna work. It's like God, he counteracted. It was like a counter move. Something didn't work. Some of you are getting ready to be in a planning stage, and it's because the answers, the messages that you're receiving, it's like their message, it's a plan that's being given to you. It's like moves that are being given to you. It's the strategy that's being given to you, but the strategy is only going to work if you make the correct moves. Mars, we receive that. But what is it? You just got to follow the plan, and all of us have a different plan. And it's like but you're giving message, you're being given a move at a time, so you just got to follow the moves. And only you know what you're trying to what you're trying to I told y'all, only you know what it is that you're trying to accomplish. But this is up here, this is clarifying, embracing the in-between, because I told y'all, God has removed something. There's something it's like it's off the board. It's not, because it's no longer pertinent for your life. So something is closing out, and so coming to the end of a phase, the conclusion of something, completing a cycle. Told y'all we're in transition. So and that's what we look, walking away. 8 of Cups at the bottom of the deck as well. So just saying, something is closing out. Some of you may be moving. It's whatever this cycle is that goes together, like walking away, withdrawing from a situation, leaving the past behind, learning to let go. Okay, surrender. I'm telling you. And that's the thing. The more you practice it, and every day just be like, Lord, I don't have an answer. And I know how much it can still be going through your mind, and you still trying to think about it and worry about it and figure it out. I'll be there with y'all. But it's also like, well, me worrying about it ain't gonna change the fact that I don't know how to fix it. I don't know how to solve it. I don't know how to change it. So Lord, let me just give it back to you again. And so he literally is giving a strategy, and so it's like you're being led to okay, how can I give that example? You're being led to breakthrough. Okay, like this is clarifying the mother load. No, this is clarifying the owl spirit, the rainbow, the breakthrough. Okay, being led by the spirit. Look at this little spirit NEM. This is surrender, y'all. Look it. Okay, this says escaping from what controlled you, the breakthrough to success and important development. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. For some of you, remember we've been talking about surrender to succeed, the breakthrough to success. Your success is going to depend on your surrender, and it's no other way around it. So it's like leaving the old version of you, the old thing, whatever it is. If it's a mindset, if it's feeling defeated, if it's feeling doubtful, like we cannot take that. We can't believe that the Lord is going to do it for us, and but then doubt it at the same time. And it's something to work on every single day. But for some of you, this is like a forced surrender. I told y'all this is the same thing he did to me. I can't make it up. It's like, and for look, finances, deception at the bottom of the deck. It's like, listen, the Lord of the Hill, it's those tower moments. He'll force you to surrender. Because he wants you to pay attention. But more than that, he wants you to trust that he gonna do what he said he's gonna do. And there's no way around it but just to let him show up and show you. There's no way around it. We had knowledge. This card came up yesterday. So we have knowledge that's coming in. I just saw that little black widow spider in the other. So strategy, y'all, you're receiving wisdom. You're receiving knowledge, the gift of knowledge to inform others, studying, learning to know ancient wisdom. I just told Padre God, I was like, Dad, I'm so grateful that you know so much more than me, because every step that he's given me, every step that I've taken, it's literally leading towards success. Even if you don't see it, even if you don't know exactly like where the road is going, child, I'm just going to suggest that you keep going. Okay, what else? Futuristic is the next card to come out. A futuristic view of the world, modern and unique ideas ahead of your time. Do you remember the time? I don't know. Mm-hmm. First of all, they said the world ain't ready for you, and second of all, they said someone is releasing the need or the opinions of others. Like you're no longer like people pleasing. You're doing your own thing your own way, and you're not concerned what people are going to say. Somebody's going to get ready to create something that is way before its time, and that may be what is like keeping you a little held back. Is you're just like, well, how is this even going to be useful? I don't know if the Lord has given you a plan, and you just like, why would that even make sense? And even if it don't make sense now, it's something that's going to be necessary in the future, something that's going to affect not only your future but the future of other people as well. So I wouldn't discount any strategies or ideas that the Lord has given you, because it's something that is going to be very, very beneficial at one time or another for a lot of people. Like a lot of people, we talked about impact and like really doing something that makes a difference in the world. And some of you are sitting on ideas that are really going to help and affect and impact multiple generations. And I'm not just talking about yours. Like this is leaving an impact on the world. Like God has given that kind of strategy for somebody. But and so you just got to be able to take action, even if it sounds crazy. Like believe in it, believe that the Lord has given you this wisdom, this insight, because it's beyond us. It's not anything that we can come up with. You just got to believe it. I don't know, and take action on it. But this is a breakthrough coming in too. What else? Coming out. Okay, so did we have this card the other day? Look, legacy, high on life, new birth, and transformation. So look, that's it. Making your presence known, coming out of a situation, emerging from inactivity. No more wasting time. Okay, we got to continue to move forward regardless of anything else. We have to make sure that we're continuing to move forward. What else? Coming out of a cycle. It's time to step through this portal, child. Look, the Lord is he's saying, go and take this next step. Okay, what else? Look, I just saw the cycles card at the bottom of the deck. What else? Karma. Message. Okay. He prepares a table for me in the presence of my enemies. He anoints my head with oil. My cup runneth over. Okay, they just started saying that in my spirituals. Okay, what else? Self-love is the best love. So make sure you're showing yourself some love today. Okay, especially today. It is Venus Day. So definitely make sure that you're showing yourself some love today. Loving yourself is a daily practice. Respect, refill your cup, take a spa day, emotional well-being. Somebody, it's almost for some of you, the strategy is going to be putting yourself first in this next cycle. Whatever it is that the Lord is sending you into, like one of the main things that you've had to learn is how to take care of yourself, nurture yourself, be and it's be independent, but it's like really just taking care of yourself and understanding that if you ain't taking care of you, then nothing else is going to manifest. You're not going to be fruitful. You're not going to be abundant because you got to make sure that you're taking care of yourself. Okay, so importante on this, make sure that you're, whether it's emotionally, some of y'all are closing out an emotional cycle, right? It is the end of maybe hurt, disappointment. It's the conclusion. Why it feels like, come on, the prayer of Jabez, oh, that you would bless me and enlarge my territory. Look, I can't make it up. So whatever this, oh, if it was pain, if it was a challenge, if it was difficulty, whatever it is, it feels like you've released it so that you can have enlargement, expansion, so the Lord can elevate you. You can't take old emotions, old baggage into a new season and cycle. We're not doing that. So just make sure, like, I feels like you've cleared some emotional, like let go of some emotional baggage, so that you can step into this prosperity, into these new beginnings. Okay, and this is filled with new, like this, so you can step into this breakthrough, because it looks like expansion is what's happening with the breakthrough. So this is the Lord expanding within you. Also, some of this is like your territory. Some of y'all might be purchasing land. I don't know. Maybe it has something to do with property. You could be buying a home or something like that. It's like some of y'all, like one of your goals may be to enlarge like your land, your actual territory, like what you leave for your family. And so some of you may be taking steps towards that as well, to have like true growth and expansion. That may be a wish that you're something you're praying about and asking the Lord to put you on the path to home ownership. So just pay attention, one step at a time. If you're working on your credit, take care of it one step at a time, one thing at a time, so that you don't feel overwhelmed. And don't worry about how long it's going to take, because if it's in alignment with the expansion that the Lord wants you to have. So just do one thing at a time, and then celebrate when you have an accomplishment. Make sure that you celebrate receiving that. Good morning, dearest one. Make sure that you celebrate receiving new opportunity. Like if you receive growth and expansion, or if you accomplish something, just make sure that you celebrate that. Don't just gloss over your wins. Don't just gloss over when you accomplish something and just think that it's night. No, you know what I'm saying? don't discount it. Thank you, dearest one, for the like. I appreciate you. Come on, faith, gotta have faith, right? Hebrews 11:1. Now, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. You may be seeing 111 as well. So just know that your breakthrough is coming. Okay. And sometimes, y'all, it's hard. This is clarifying the patience card. It'd be hard to wait on the breakthrough. I know, I understand, but don't stop believing. Don't stop having faith. Don't stop believing in God to show up at just the right moment. He really is getting ready to provide a breakthrough for someone, whatever this old cycle. But it's like you believing that the old cycle is over, you being led out of this old cycle so that you can have prosperity. Some of y'all, this may be something, or it's something about real estate that's coming through. They keep bringing real estate back up. So some of y'all could be signing, I don't know, a contract, or they just said, I don't know, escrow. I don't know, child. I don't know, because I don't know much about that. But it feels like if that's something that's getting ready that you want to happen, you are going to be doing that. Or either it's not far in the future for some of you. It's not, you may be purchasing a new car. I receive it. Come on, signs and synchronicities. That car keep wanting to show up for the last couple of what's it calls. But anyway, okay, what else? Some of you, obscurity. Some of you, the Lord is bringing you, look, the show up and shine card. He's bringing you out of obscurity. Like he's putting you in position. He's putting you in position. And for some of you, this ain't everyone. Like you may be replacing someone at a job. Like what I mean, like at a job. Yeah, like you may be replacing someone. They may, I don't know if they're stepping down, going somewhere else, or it's an opportunity for you to step into a position of leadership that maybe, I don't know, you ready for it, but it feels like you're going to be replacing someone, like replacing their position. Message. Come on, sword. There's the truth. The truth is the truth.com. Look, affirm it. Okay. I am worthy, I'm abundant, I'm enough, I'm growing, I'm successful. You're ready for whatever this is, the Lord's getting ready to put you into. This feels unexpected though. This message, this feels like something that you're not even expecting it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, child. So you can get ready. Psalms 23, money is a mindset. What else? And what you like, a plan of escape. Mm-hmm. Some exit strategy. Thank y'all. So for some of you, the Lord is giving you an exit strategy. Okay. Awakening. Okay. Ascension. Remember, I told y'all the embrace the in between, right? Embracing the in between. So you're waking up, right? You're waking up. This says spirituality, ascension symptoms in the ethers, transformation, intuitive development, right? The vision, creativity. Matthew 5:14 through 16 at the bottom of the deck. You're waking up. So I told you it's like spiritual elevation, spiritual transition. You're stepping into your purpose, your power. You're waking up. What else, y'all? Good job. I don't know who needs to hear this. 433, but it's like you need to realize that you're doing a really good job. The same things that used to bother you, the same things that used to trigger you, whether this is people, whether this is emotions, it's like it just doesn't work anymore. 999. They just said look down at this. Okay, 999 completion. Spiritual strength, the end of a cycle, help from the divine. So you're definitely receiving, not only it's like you're receiving spiritual strength, you're receiving support during this time of transition. And 999 is a number of completion, y'all. So you're completing a cycle, and it's been challenging, and I know it's been challenging, and it's taken everything you had in order to complete this cycle. Because baby, listen, well, mama, y'all, we tired. I mean, we gonna keep going and stuff, but baby, this cycle has not been playing the radio. So that's why you need to make sure self-love is the best love, like being proud of yourself and understanding like everyone. And I did a video about this yesterday. That's why they're bringing it back up again. Like you got to give yourself credit for the things that you've accomplished, the things that you've overcome, the things that you've succeeded at, because there are people who would not have succeeded, who couldn't have walked a mile in your shoes, who could not go through the situations that you're going through. No one, we may have similar experiences, but none of us think the same, respond the same, feel the same based on the situations and experiences that we have. And so one thing that the Lord talks to me a lot about, y'all, is I can never judge. Like I will never judge someone, what their situation is, what they're going through. But all of us need to be mindful. As an example, the Lord, we really talked about this yesterday, didn't it? It was like, if you've never been, let's say, let's just use a drug addict, right? Or addicted to something. If you've never been addicted to something, you can't really understand the mindset of a person who's been through that. If you've never been through physical abuse, if you've never been, or I think they say SA, right? If you've never been, homeless, if you've never been hungry where your stomach was touching your back, okay, if you've never been through those types of things, then you will never understand. You can't really speak on or understand like someone's mindset, right, that has had to deal with those things. So I don't know what each one of you have gone through or the experiences that you've had, and some of you have gone through more difficult situations than I have. So give yourself some grace, right? Like show yourself some love, because no one, I wouldn't know how to deal with some of the things that some of you have dealt with, and vice versa. And so that's why we don't want to judge. Like be mindful of judging others, but also give yourself some credit. Look, the Tower energy 1616. Give yourself some credit for the life-changing events that you've gone through, the things that you have dealt with that don't nobody know about. Most people are not talking about the things that they've gone through. Most people are not talking about the difficult situations, because for a lot of us, until the Lord makes it to where those types of things don't bother you. I'm grateful. I just prayed about this and told the Lord, like, thank you, Lord, that you don't, that I don't care. I don't have any shame, because I know that he's using my testimony and my story and my journey as a way to help other people. Like, listen, we down here in the trenches, we thugging it out in the wilderness together. And so a lot of times that's why we don't acknowledge or recognize, or we don't talk about the tragic things, the life-changing things that are happening, because we're embarrassed about our story. But the Lord, like your story is your strength. So don't be embarrassed about it, because there really are people that are going through situations that are not exactly the same, because only your story is your own, but that are similar enough to where you can relate to something. But just be mindful of judging people who may be in more difficult or challenging situations. And this ain't for everyone, but it's simply a matter of, like, some of us, that's something we've had to, like, we have to work on, making sure that we're not judging other people or their circumstances, because the Lord can humble us at any point. And some of us, the Lord has humbled us to the point where we have no choice but to be like, man, Lord, I'm so grateful, right, for what I do have left, and we won't do it again. Because some of us, it's like life-changing experiences that are happening, but it's all orchestrated. And some they're talking about ancestral karma as well. Another reason that the battle is so hard is because you're breaking ancestral karma. I talk about this all the time. If your whole family, and I speak on myself, if your whole family has been in poverty, then that's generations upon generations upon generations that the enemy has had that hold on you. And so you're the one who's like, no, I'm not gonna, this is going to end with me. And it's not the enemy. That's when he be like taking you down through there, right? Because he doesn't want to release that. But in this season, oh, you releasing it, and that's just it. You're not gonna keep me stuck. I'm so grateful. I told y'all the other day, like, everything that I'm battling these days is all spiritual, because ain't nobody here on the spirit, on, like, everything is spiritual. Everything is spiritual. So some of you are getting to that point where you're recognizing that there's really everything that happens has happened in the spirituals, and that's why you're tired, because you've already fought this battle. You're breaking these chains off of you and your family, and it's tough. It's tough. So you just know you a warrior, you a soldier, you got it. Okay, you got it. What else? 1717. Look, 1515 at the bottom of the deck. What is this? On the right path. Thank you, Lord. We received that. So we have leaving an impact, which we already talked about. February 17th is coming in for me as well. I don't know. Go back to that day and see if something happened. Creating generational wealth manifestation. That goes, oh, look, we just had 1616 and we were just talking about breaking ancestral karma, right? So this is why it's orchestrated chaos. You're making the moves in order to create and leave an impact for generations to come. We talked about that in the beginning of the message. And then 66, of course, is always letting me know I'm going in the right direction. Thank you. We received that. Stay in alignment. You're going in the right direction, walking in your purpose. So keep on moving. Keep on moving. Don't stop. I don't even know if that's how that song goes. But anyway, that's what I heard my spirituals. What else? Child, it sure ain't been no easy feat. But boy, is the payoff gonna be fantastic. Telling y'all, this payoff is going to be fantastic, and you don't even know it yet. You may not, what was that, 222? We had that yesterday. You don't even realize exactly like how big, how, first of all, how close you are to the finish line, they said, and second of all, like how big this reward, this payoff is going to be. Mother load, jackpot. Like the Lord is really real deal getting ready to bring prosperity in. And it's simple. It's one move at a time, one move at a time. There are some people who are fortunate enough to learn some of the lessons that to learn some things, because this is the thing. Okay, how I say that. Look, 666. It's the earlier that people become awake and aware, the sooner that they're able to step into freedom. A lot of us, like myself, like we don't figure these things out until later in life. Whereas now, because we're talking about it more, like more, I don't know what they call this generation of people, but of the young people, but it's like they're wanting to be business owners more than they're wanting to work for people. So the earlier that we can catch people and have them to start enacting this wisdom and becoming business owners. That's why you're seeing so many younger people now that have businesses, because we weren't taught this kind of stuff when we were growing up. Like when we were coming up, we weren't taught this kind of stuff. We weren't taught about freedom. We weren't taught about one, you know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff. I wasn't taught about finances. I wasn't taught about resources. I wasn't taught about any of this stuff because it's not anything that my family knew anything about. And so as a result of that, it took me multiple cycles of getting it wrong and finally beginning to wake up as in my late 30s, right? So it's like now we're teaching our children about finances and saving and becoming entrepreneurs and moving. They're moving different now. They're moving different. Good morning, dearest one. We're moving different now. We're teaching them different. They're learning at an earlier age, so that when they get to our age, like me, I'm in my 40s and I'm starting over. Whereas my children won't have those same challenges because I'm able to teach them and show them and be an example to them at an earlier age than what I didn't have an example. Like my mama didn't know any of this stuff, right? So she wasn't able to teach me, even though my mama died when she was what? How old are you? 46? Yeah, like 2 days before my birthday, she was getting ready to turn 47. But she died she was 46 when she died. So, but she was never taught these things. Like she wasn't taught anything about money. And my mom was a housewife. Like the only job she ever had was at Pizza Hut. So that's why I like Pizza Hut so much, ain't it? It is. I love Pizza Hut, y'all. I want a pizza today. Anyway, I'm back. Message. Okay, I'm back. Child, my mama, that was like the only job that my mama ever had that I remember in life. Because after that, she was a housewife forever. And so, but she wasn't taught any of these types of things. There were so many things, and so it's generational, y'all. So if no one was taught about money, then now we're able to come back and tell our kids, like, listen, don't make these mistakes. One of my prayers was always like, not I didn't want my children to be teenage mothers like I was. I was a teenage mom. I had my oldest girl, 3 days after I turned 17. So I didn't want my children to go through having to try to be a parent when they were in high school, because it sucks. Okay, it's hard. And so but my mom was a teenage mom. Thank God for God, my children are not teenage mothers, okay, or father, because my son doesn't have any children either. But it's like, but I kid y'all not, if we had stayed where we were, they probably would have been my dog. We got out. Like, thank God for God, we were able to get out, because they could have very easily become statistics had we stayed where we were. Message. And so, but you teach your children as you learn and you go through experiences. Now, listen, they ain't always gonna want to listen. You're gonna have to let them live their life. You cannot live their life for them. You have got to let your children do what your children are gonna do. But I'm so grateful. Hey, girl, hey. Girl, you was cuteness. I'm so grateful that I'm able now, like with my children, they see my experiences and they know kind of what I've been through, and they know what they don't want. They know what they don't want to do. So don't try to live their life for them. Just let them do their own thing. And because they're going to want to. When you try to force a child to do something your way, that's when they start to rebel. And I'm so grateful, y'all. None of my children have ever been in trouble. I ain't never been in they ain't been in trouble in school. They weren't in trouble in school. My girls are doing amazing in their lives. Like, my son is doing spectacular. He'll be a senior next year. And so when you try to force, I just have never had any trouble with my children. And my mama didn't really have any trouble with us. And I wasn't like the strictest parent, but I kept them in line. I wasn't whooping them all the time and doing all of that. And I really didn't even have to ground my children, because I just had, like, my children were very, and still are very, mannerable. Like, they're just amazing kids. But I never tried to force anything on them as well. So it worked, right? It worked. And so I have amazing children who are creating success in their own lives in their own ways. And so I'm very proud of my children, because I often think about the time, like the things that they experienced as I was going through very, very toxic parts of my life, right? They still turned out to be amazing. So don't think your children ain't watching you, watching the moves that you're making, 231, watching the things that you're doing. That's why we lead, as we talked about, we lead by example, okay? Because they really are paying attention. They're watching, okay? What else? That's it. 1228. Hey, grandmama. 619. Y'all, I kid you not. What did I get to eat yesterday? I don't know. I got something to eat yesterday, and then I'm finna be done. And the number was literally on my ticket was 916. New opportunities are arriving. Do what makes you happy. The possibilities are endless. 1228. Hey, grandma. So Capricorn energy, positive karmic return. That's this gavel. You think that your good deeds are going unnoticed. They're not. You think that your prayers aren't being heard. They are. Whatever you put out is what you get back. Yes, I'm grateful for my children too. Yes, Lord. Girl, listen, I'm so grateful for my little children. Trust your insights. Your gifts are expanding. Told y'all, this is spiritual transition. Like, you're really stepping into a new level in the spirituals. And then the last card that came out, 963, the frequency of God. You're in alignment. That's just it. You're in alignment. Oneness, frequency of God. Take time to meditate. Like, you're in alignment. It's a good thing to be on God's frequency. I tell you that. It is a beautiful thing to be on the frequency of God, because he speaks a completely different language. He speaks one of blessing. Come on, Lord. He speaks a language of blessings and abundance and happiness and joy and love and peace. So that's how you know when you're not in alignment. If you're not feeling those things, and guess what? You're not on the frequency of God. So I'm so grateful to be on God's frequency. I'm so grateful when I get off the frequency, okay, that he puts me back into alignment, to get back on his frequency, because it's when good things begin to happen. And again, y'all, because I talked to the Lord about it. I asked him, I was like, Daddy, am I going to talk about it? And when I told y'all, I was like, man, these folks then took these little stamps again for another month. And but I was just like, but again, it comes back to the Lord just being like, listen, you're on my, like, I am your food stamp, okay? Like, I am your blessing, I am your abundance. And so you just got to have faith. Final words of guidance, and then we'll be done, y'all. So you just got to continue to have faith that your breakthrough is coming, because it is. And sometimes it doesn't feel like it, but we're always expecting, y'all. We're always expecting the Lord to do something great and amazing. We're always expecting him to show up and lead us in the direction in which we need to go. However he needs to come through and encourage us and give us that not to that little notification, whether it's a notification, a spirit animal, a message, a song. I don't care how it is that he needs to talk to you. He's going to do that to let you know, like, I'm getting ready to provide breakthrough. You just got to continue to believe, have patience, okay? Have patience that what you're looking for, what you're asking for, what you're praying for is coming, okay? And some of you, it's like you're releasing whatever, I don't know what cycle you're completing in your life, but whatever you've decided to let go of, it's expanding you and it's growing you and it's pushing you into a new season in your life. Message, come on, Lord. And so some of you, rainbows may be one of your things as well. I receive it. There's a wish getting ready to be granted. And it's something, it feels like it's been a long time coming, right? But it's coming. And it's because you're continuing to believe in it. Not only, it's like something, I don't know, it's like a godsend. Maybe the Lord's been, he's been to do something unexpected. I don't know. Embrace your gifts, embrace the in-between, embrace this part of the journey as well. Because no, every part of your journey has been something that's necessary in order for you to grow. And a lot of times, like I said, we don't give ourselves credit for the things that we've overcome, that we've accomplished. So embrace every iteration of you that you've gone through, every version of yourself, the old and the new, as you have gone through this journey, because each part of you was necessary in order for you to become who you are becoming. Okay. I told y'all somebody's finna get a yes, and I don't know what this is. I don't know if you've applied for something. I don't know if somebody's been like trying to figure out. We talked about investment yesterday. This is star card energy. So some of you, if you're in entertainment, maybe you've been looking for a yes on a role, a position, whatever it is. I don't know. It's like something that you've been waiting for to have healing, restoration. It's coming, y'all. It feels like it's not far away. The breakthrough is not far away at all. Okay. So, and this is the 17, the star card energy is also a card of faith as well. So your faith is going to be importantoness. But whatever this is, it's ending a cycle. It's definitely ending a challenging cycle. Nine of Wands coming through a little on that. So it's the end of a tough cycle. So the end of a tough cycle approaches. So get ready. Be excited about the future, about what's coming in. Come on, 111 on the timer. Literally, it said 1111 up there. Be excited about the future and what the future is going to bring. Don't be afraid to take action on new ideas. Okay. Importantones. We're on God's chessboard. Okay. And so God is giving us moves. He's leading us and guiding us into what is into our future, period, into our future, into what is going to be best for us. Look, that card fell, and I don't know, the gavel card fell on the ground. So it feels like what got thrown out. Something might get thrown out. I don't know if you're waiting on something to be thrown out, but something from the past is like thrown out. Okay. With the old card, this is like enduring. Keep on moving forward. Keep on persisting. Keep on allowing yourself to be led. Okay. Because you're definitely receiving the necessary moves. Some of y'all, this is like releasing patterns. Keep on moving forward. You're going in the right direction. If you're working on your mindset, keep doing it. It's working. It's helping to change you. It's helping to keep you in alignment and keep you on God's frequency, right? The coffin, something's dead, done, and over with. So only you gonna know what cycle and season is closing out in your life, but something is over. A lot of completing a cycle cards that are coming out today. This 999, this closing card, like this is definitely graduation time. We closing it out, baby, because we ready for what? New. We ready for things, for new things to happen. Pay attention for the signs and synchronicities that are happening, whether it's angel numbers, music, spirit animals, feathers. We talked about this. However the Lord needs to give you a message, he will do that. Okay. He will talk to you in whatever way is necessary for you to understand. Y'all know I'm big on numbers, but animals as well. I've been seeing a lot of hummingbirds lately. So just know whatever sign you need, you're going to receive it. Make sure you're giving yourself some love today. Pour into yourself. We shouldn't expect anyone for like dating. For some of you, one of the things that you're like, if you have an idea of the way you want to be treated, and all of us should, you should have an idea of how you want someone to treat you, a significant other, a partner, if that's what you're praying for and trying to manifest. You have to first treat yourself that way in order for that person to treat you that way. Be the energy you want to attract. So if you like, date yourself. If you want someone who's going to take you out on dates, you better be dating yourself. If you want someone who's going to be sending you flowers, then you need to send yourself flowers, right? Look, the rainbow came up yesterday, child. I literally I posted a video about it on my Facebook page. Like, I got like literally a rainbow popped up yesterday out of nowhere. It was a double rainbow and it was literally right in front of me. So rainbows are definitely significant for me. They always seem to show up like at exactly the right moment. And I had a real talk with the Lord yesterday because I had to make a sacrifice. It was like, okay, as much as I want this, right now I can't have that, so I had to let something go in order for me to be able to have like the things that were necessary. And I was like, and so the Lord came through and gave me a rainbow and was like, don't worry about it, it's gonna be all right. So it was a sacrifice, and it was something, I would say it was something I need, not just something I want, right? But I'm just like, man, okay. But I was like, well, Lord, surrender. You're going to figure it out. You'll give me a solution, and that's just that. But I'm not going to go without food. You know what I'm saying? If I got to make a choice between eating and like the gym, I can tell y'all that it's the gym. I was like, well, I know how to make things shake, so it is what it is. Of course, that was like, but I was like, oh my gosh. But anyway, the Lord will work it out. So he came through with the rainbow to give me my own conversation. I mean, my own confirmation, like just chill. Okay. So make sure you're pouring into yourself. Make sure you're giving yourself everything you need, loving on yourself, and stay in alignment. Okay. The frequency of God. Like, God is really speaking to you, and he's giving you answers, just like the rain. Come on, spirit, just like the rainbow, whatever sign that you need. And when I saw that rainbow yesterday, I was like, I literally journaled it, and I was like, covenant, right? Covenant. Like, if the Lord has made a covenant with you, or you've made a covenant with the Lord, because he already made one with us. He did that way, way, way forever ago with our ancestors, right? So if you're in covenant with the Lord, that means that he's going to provide, and he's going to do what he said he's going to do. So we just got to, like I said, stay on God's frequency and expect him to help us, and give us spiritual strength and support, and also supply our needs, right? Trust your insights. Okay. So this comes back to wisdom as well. Wisdom, guidance, your gifts are expanding. So a lot of you, that's what's happening. You're receiving more wisdom, more insight, more knowledge, more activations, more downloads. Like, you're receiving that because you're growing, you're elevating in the Lord. Is when I think about the prayer of Jabez, oh, that you would bless me and enlarge my territory, let your hand be with me and keep me from harm, so that I will be free from pain. I'm not necessarily, when I pray that prayer, I'm not necessarily talking about people or even land or resources. I feel I'm God's territory. So I ask the Lord to expand within me, to grow within me. Look, the mother lode card, and I didn't even know that's what the one was in my hand. I asked for the Lord to expand within me so that I can know more about him, learn more about him, trust him more. And I feel like that's what true growth, like enlarge my territory, starts with, is the Lord enlarging within you. You really understanding that we belong to the Lord, and everything we have belongs to him, and everything he gives us is a gift so that we can be happy and successful and victorious. And then once you have that understanding, you begin to become more prosperous. You begin to really align with the things that he wants us to have. Like, that's when the blessings start flowing. You become like the energy of money. Your money energy is better. It starts with your mindset. So I'm grateful that the first thing, like, I don't pray for money, but I pray for wisdom. I pray to know more about the Lord, to know more about my gifts, to know more about how to use the things that he's already given me in order to not only help myself, but to help others as well. So for some of you, that's what's happening with this expansion of gifts. You're getting ready to start using your gifts to help other people, because our goal is to be servants, right? Servant leaders is what they just said. Like, that's how true prosperity begins to come in. The generosity starts to come in, because the goal is not to just help yourself. The goal is to help as many people as possible, right? So for some of you, that's what you're doing. You're going to step into your gifts, and that's going to open up the flow of abundance for you. Owls, wisdom, becoming very wise, seeing clearly, right? Your gifts, really tapping in and trusting your gifts. Sometimes it's hard when we're learning how to trust our insight. It can be challenging. And I'm so grateful, y'all, because for me, the easiest way for me to learn how to trust my insight and my wisdom was none other than tarot. It's why I'm doing the Tarot University, right? That's why I'm doing this, so that you can learn how to trust yourself, trust your own insight, your own wisdom. And every day you connect with yourself, you connect with the God that's within you, so that you can learn to develop and trust yourself. That's literally why I'm doing Tarot U. Because it is simply a way to be like, listen, we got to start trusting ourselves, right? Because the Lord is speaking to us and it comes from within. That's why we say the answers come from within. Hermit, right? Your answers come from within. You're not getting answers. I'm giving you messages that the Lord is giving, but y'all will give me messages as well. Different ones of you come through at different times and say different things. And you'll tell me something that I needed to know, or you'll hear something in your own spirit that may be something you need to share with me. So it's like it's connection, y'all. And that's why a lot of you, you'll keep, like, we keep coming back and keep being around each other, because we're connected and we're all growing and elevating in God the same way. So just know that, okay? And some of us, it has required us walking away from people who are just not an energetic match or vibration. This could be people, places, things, whatever it is. And we're learning to let go and let God. Oh, bars, affirm it. So some of us, maybe speaking affirmations is helping. I say them all the time. I told y'all I have them on my phone. The scriptures, the prayers, the affirmations, they are in all of the Message Clarity Tarot and Oracle decks. And so I've taken certain ones and put them in a widget on my phone. And literally all throughout the day, I'm receiving different guidance, different insight, different affirmations. So just be aware of that, okay? I'm growing, I'm successful, I'm happy, I'm abundant, I'm receiving knowledge, I'm receiving wisdom, because this is the thing. Don't think that you're receiving wisdom from the Lord. Know that you're receiving wisdom from the Lord. Know that you're receiving insight. Know that you're receiving what it is that you need in order to be successful. You got to know that you're like, tell yourself, I am receiving wisdom from the Lord. I am receiving the knowledge, the insight, the activations, the downloads, the understanding that I need. So, and also know that this is a part of your awakening as well. Okay. Just tapped in. I love it. I love being tapped in. I love being connected to the Lord. I love receiving messages. I love it. Okay. So I love being led by the Spirit, because when you're led by the Spirit, you don't make as many mistakes. You don't make as many detours, y'all. So some of us, this is a key for creating breakthrough in our lives, is that we're being led by the Spirit. So we're not walking, like we're not taking as many detours. Child, I'm tired of detours. So thank you, Lord, for leading me. Okay. Thank you for leading me and I didn't even thank you for leading me. Okay. And taking me down the correct paths and the ways that I need to go. Okay. I am so grateful. If the tower is happening, if life is life in, just know that the changes that are happening for you and not to you. Sometimes the Lord has to push us, right? Sometimes the Lord has to push us into new beginnings because we're afraid to take the step. And when the Lord has to push us, and literally that can be us him taking something away, removing a job, it's because there's something better. There's something more that he wants us to have. And so if you develop the mindset and the mentality that the Lord is working for us and he's doing things for us and not to us, you'll learn to see that, man, that happened for a reason. And a year down the road, fine, maybe it's a job. Let's say you lose a job and you're like, man, and yes, it was your bread and butter. And now it's going to kind of send you into a panic if you weren't expecting it. But then guess what? When you sit, surrender, and just be like, well, if the Lord is removing this, there's something he knows that I don't know. There's a reason that he's removing this, and it must be time for me to grow in that area. So I'm going to sit and I'm going to talk to the Lord, and I'm going to ask him, okay, what was my lesson in this? Told y'all, we're not giving the enemy any credit for the rest of we're not giving him any credit for 2024 and beyond. Everything that happens is because the Lord is allowing it to, because it's showing us something. It's teaching us something. It's helping us to grow, to elevate, expand, and move into a new season and cycle. If the Lord doesn't doesn't force us sometimes, even though he done gave us 50 signs, synchronicities, and told us a multitude of times to let something go. It's not good for us. We'll continue to hold on to something, but then be praying for growth. Come on, God. We'll sit and hold on to a relationship that's toxic, but then be praying for the relationship to improve. But you've been praying for 7 years, and now that same relationship is still the same way, because that person is not going to change. So it's up to you to decide to say, okay, look, if I don't make a move, this ain't gonna change. If I don't change it, it's not gonna change. And sometimes we'll sit and we'll stay because we'll settle. We'll feel like there's nothing else that we can have. We can't do any better, be any better, have any better. And so the Lord will push us into a new season and cycle. He will make us make a change. So if the Lord's beginning to speak to you and telling you to make a change, he's doing that to protect you, to save you from something that he knows is coming, that he doesn't want you to experience. He doesn't want you to have to go through more difficulties and challenges. Yeah, it's going to be some along the way, but most times when the Lord, or all the time when the Lord is removing something, it's because he knows something and he's trying to keep us from experiencing more than what we have to. He's trying to protect us from something that we are not able to see. So we have to learn how to trust, or that's coming back to trusting that insight, wisdom. Best example I can give is the Lord told me to move from the place where I was at. He said, move. You're not supposed to be over here anymore. You've outgrown this place. It served its purpose. You need to move. And I didn't move. And what happened? The popos pulled right up on me. And thank God for God that I didn't get another ticket, but he moved me. He said, move. I didn't move quick enough. So then now the popos enrolled up on me, and he's like, okay, like I can't save you again from this. You got this one. And how many times did the police have to roll up on me in order for me to learn that lesson? That's why I told y'all, it's like, man, I like 5 different times the popos rolled up on me, because in my head, I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know where else to go. And the Lord literally had told me what to do, and I didn't do it. He told me where to go, and I didn't go. And so he was like, okay, this is the last time, message that I'm going to be able to save you. And so I say, okay, you know what? Ain't going to be no another time. Let me go about my business, message. And guess what? It worked. It was fantastic. And since I left, even just the one little place I was in, things have begun to flow. Like it's like being in the flow again, being in alignment. That's how you're also going to know that you're not in alignment anymore with what God, even though you may be doing what he's asking you to do. If you start to see just a rapid decrease, like nothing's going right, everything going left, start looking at the people you're surrounding yourself with, start looking at the environments that you're in. Like, is it still conducive for your growth? And if it's not, be mindful of that. Be like, okay, what do I need to shift? This is me all the time. What do I need to shift? What do I need to change? Things ain't flowing. Things ain't happening. I'm not seeing progress. And so when you start recognizing that, first check the people that are around you, check your environment, check those things, and then be like, okay, Lord, show me what I need to know. Show me what I need to see, because something is out of alignment. If you're not growing and flourishing in something that the Lord has told you to do, and I don't mean extravagant, I mean, if nothing, all of a sudden you're stagnant and you've been successful. If all of a sudden nothing is moving and you're like, okay, I'm still doing the same thing. If everything just like stops, pauses, go to the Lord and be like, okay, do an assessment, y'all. Assess your circle, assess your environment, assess your mindset, like do an internal check, like, okay, am I good on my spirituals? Am I praying? Am I chopping it up with Padre God? Okay, let me check my circle. For me, I ain't got no circle to check. So that's not a hard, I don't usually have to check my circle because I'm surrounded by the Lord and spirit near. So that's not one. I'm not around people, but it's like, but at the same time, like mine is bigger. It's like, okay, am I in a neighborhood that's not good, or am I like I even well, I'm not gonna say that, but I also feel like the fact that I had to let go, just a true story, y'all. If the Lord is trying to elevate me and put me into a different place, then the place where I would like, the places that are associated with message, the places that are associated with like an old version of me had to be let go of. So I was like, okay, Lord, well, I don't really want to be over there anyway. So again, if you're telling me to surrender that because something better is coming in, I receive it. I receive it. And so I literally said, well, if it ain't no reason, it ain't no other reason for me to be over there. There must be a reason that I'm not able to go back that way. Cool. Don't be afraid to let go of something that has served its purpose. I said to myself yesterday, after the last time I went over there, I was like, this is my last time, and I'm so grateful for the experience and how it's been beneficial. That was my last workout. And I was like, I'm so grateful for it. But there's no reason for me to come over here. And so I was like, Lord, if this is what I have to release in order to move on, cool, let it go. I have no problem with disconnecting from things, especially if it's things that no longer resonate in my energy and in my spirituals. If you see yourself being in better positions and environments and around better people, then put yourself in those situations. Don't feel like you got to hold on to something. Not no disrespect, but I don't want to hold on to any of the old versions of myself, the past, the things that I know I've graduated from. And so anything that reminds me of those types of situations or those versions, I'm going to let that go. Okay, let that go. The prayer of Jabez, we already said, oh, that you would bless me and enlarge my territory. Let your hand be with me, keep me from harm so that I will be free from pain. Okay. Then we have coming out. So this is what the Lord is teaching us to do. Let it go so I can replace it. Let it go so that I can bring something better in. I am a firm believer that if the Lord is telling us to release something, it's because it's already served the purpose that it needed to serve, and that He is going to replace it with something better. He is going to give us something better. We're leaving the past behind. We're letting go of situations, people, places, mindsets, energy that just don't serve us anymore. Okay. And then we have 619, because we're making room for new opportunities, new blessings, new abundance, new ways of being, new ways of living, new ways of thinking. Whatever this is for you, expect new opportunities, new doors. And also it's making room for happiness and really receiving the things that you truly want to have in your life, instead of settling for the things that you currently have. I want everyone to focus on things that you want to see happen. I don't, and whether it's material or not, we don't covet things that are material, but ain't nobody, like, we're not begging to stay in our, if you live in a car, you're not begging to continue to live in the car. You're grateful because you have it, but you're always aspiring to have more if that's what you want. If you're in a job where you in the mail room, but you want to be a CEO, you're not gonna be like, well, I'm grateful for having this job, but we're gonna have aspirations and dreams of having more. There's nothing wrong with dreaming. There's nothing wrong with wanting better things for yourself. So, and the Lord wants us to have good things. Okay. So I'm not one of them people who's going to tell you, no, not to want a good car, not to want, if you want to ride a bike, then ride a bike. I don't care what you want to do. That is your choice. But if you want a car and that's your dream car, then dream about having that car. Dream about having that house. Like, there's nothing wrong with wanting good things. And so that's one of the things that the Lord even had to teach me, because it's like, yes, we're grateful for what we have, but that don't mean that we can't have more. Okay. So some of you, that's also what's happening. It's like imagining yourself and dreaming and believing that you can have more than what you currently have, and then go get it. Okay. And then go get it. And Lord, that's it. Lord, I hope this helps somebody. That's it, y'all. That's it. I hope this message resonated for y'all. That's it, y'all. We are in the book of Leviticus on Monday. We're in the book of Leviticus on Monday. Y'all make sure y'all follow me on Instagram, because I'm doing Sunday Spirituality, which is our weekly word. I'll be doing that on Instagram only. Okay. So make sure that you tap in with me on Instagram. At toshaegermaine. We will be doing Sunday Spirituality. Y'all, that's it. Is that it? Get into you, starts 5/5. Download or purchase your physical deck of the Message ClariTEA Tarot and Oracle cards. I think I told y'all the ClariTEA is real deck. It literally has the archangels in it. There are 21 archangels that are in it. So I can't wait to get all of them, of course, but especially that it's so many. I can't wait to get the Prosperity ClariTEA deck as well. Get your digital downloads, your digital copies. Y'all, hydrate your soul and things. Drink your water, say your gratitude. Have a fantastic and amazing weekend in purpose and on purpose. And I will see y'all on Sunday on Instagram only. On Instagram only. Okay. Thank you so much, dearest one. I'm excited. And let me also thank you all. I will tell y'all this, for every when you bless me, I bless you in return. So just know that. Yes, Book of Numbers on Monday. We are in the 4th chapter of the Word. My God, we is doing this thing. We doing it. So I'll be studying out numbers this weekend. So I'm excited, y'all. I'm excited. We making progress. We making big moves. So thank y'all so much for everyone for sowing a seed. If you have blessed me in any way with your tea, time, effort, energy, I am so truly grateful. Thank y'all for liking the live, sharing the love as well. Thank you for your support. I am so truly grateful. I love y'all in real life. Not come on, but look, Trump posts 91.6 million bond. A mess. Anyway, that's it. I love y'all in real life. I'll see y'all on Sunday.